I'm Anil Kumar. In this video, we will discuss how different units of length are related. So we'll begin with meters, which is the most common unit. And then if you want to measure smaller things, it could be decimeter, centimeter, or millimeters, right? This is what. But if you want to measure bigger things, we could have decameter, which sometimes is written as DAM, decameter, or also with capital D, right? So capital D, just as I'm writing hectometer and kilometers, right? All these are actually capital letters. Here I should have written capital D, but that's okay. Now these are the common units which we have been using. Now what I will do is we'll kind of work with some of these units in this part of the video, right? So here I will concentrate more on meters and kilometers in the first part, and then we can also look into the meters to centimeter part or millimeter part. Okay, or we can take up in the next part. Let's see how it goes. Now basically when you have these units, most of the time if you are in grade 3, 4, 5, you do not really do these units. You go from meters straight to kilometers. And you know, if you are going from here to here, then the unit becomes bigger and bigger. So as you go from here to there, they become smaller and smaller. So what we say here is that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters, right? So 1 kilometer is very long, right? For example, 1 kilometer could be distance from your house to school, right? And 1 meter, if you stretch your arms, in that case the distance between your arms will be 1 meter. So if you have to see how many arm lengths are there between your school to your house, it may be 1000, right? So that is the unit, correct? So if you have to convert from kilometers to meters, you have to multiply by 1000. So here what we will do is we'll take some kilometers. Let us say if it is 1 kilometer, then how many meters it makes? If it is 2 kilometers, how many meters it makes? If it is 10 kilometers, how many meters? It is equal to, right? So how are they related? Well, the idea here is to multiply it by 1000. Why do we do so? In these units, we have two things in between. So every time you move one unit to the right, you multiply by 10. 10, 100, 1000. You will learn about hectometer and decameter later. Some of you might know about it. Okay. Anyway, so these are two things in between meters and kilometers, and the conversion between kilometer and meter is times 1000. So 1 kilometer, when you multiply by 1000, you get meters, and it is 1000 meters, correct? 2 times 1000 is just adding 3 zeros at the end, so you get 2000 meters. 10 means times 1000, you get 10,000 meters. Do you get the idea? So that is how you convert from meters, kilometers to meters. Now let's do the reverse. So in the reverse operation, we'll take some meters. Let us say now we take 5000 meters. So these are in meters. Or let's say 600 meters. Or let us take 25,000 meters. In that case, we need to convert to kilometers. How do we do that? So when you do that part, then you have to divide by 1000. Now, for some of you, division could be when you are dividing by 1000. So when you divide by 1000, what do you do? Think about a decimal here. Move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Where you get? After 5. So you get just the number 5.0 here. Do you get it? Similarly, think about a decimal at the end. 1, 2, 3. So you get 0.60. So we can actually write a 0 here, write 0.6, right? In this case, put a decimal here, move 3 units. 1, 2, 3. 25. So it gives you 25.0. So these are your kilometers for the given meters. So when you do from meters to kilometers, then you divide But when you do from kilometers to meters, you have to multiply, right? So that is how it is. Now, following the same principle, we can actually also do from meters to centimeters or millimeters. If I am given meters and if I want to write how many millimeters are there, what should I do? I am going from left to right. So it becomes lower unit. I have to bigger millimeters, right? Bigger number. So if I am given some meters and if I have to write millimeters, I have to multiply by 10, 100, 1000. Do you see that? So we'll see that part in the next video. Okay, I hope this helps. Now as an exercise, what you can do is you can convert these. So let's have 6 kilometers, write it in meters. 12 kilometers, write it in meters. Sometimes we could have in decimals, right? 0.50 kilometers, write it in meters. Or let us say we have some meters, let's say 250 meters. Can you write that in kilometers? Or if I have 1525 meters, how many kilometers do that make? Remember, when you do this part, that is moving from meters to kilometers, you should be dividing, correct? But when you do from here to there, you will do times 1000. That should help you, right? Practice some questions from your book, and then we will do some more when we will convert units from meters to centimeters and millimeters. Thank you and all the best.